Good morning, students. So today we'll continue. Uh, Today we'll start inferential statistics. So we have already discussed the difference between descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, and we have discussed some basic measures of central tendencies and variation in the last class, which comes under descriptive statistics and was just a revision of the part you have already studied. So now we'll start the main topic. It is in chapter 5 in book by Leaf, volume 1. So you can practice your problems from that chapter, and we'll study some standard probability distributions in this chapter, especially four of them. One is normal distribution, one is binomial distribution, one is Poisson's distribution, and one is geometric distribution. So first we need to understand what is the meaning of probability distribution. It is a function that gives the probability of occurrence of different possible outcomes for an experiment. For a given experiment, the probability of different possible outcomes. As I have shown here in the picture, that if we it is probability distribution for the sum of counts from two dice. If we throw two dice, what is the probability of coming of total 2 or 3 or 4? So like this, there are some standard probability distribution. It is maybe it is a new topic for some of you people, so you will take some time to understand, but as we'll do the numerical problems related to this topic, we'll be able to understand it better. So I'll move fast. Now the first distribution which we'll study under standard probability distributions is normal distribution. The main points are: number one, it is also called Gaussian distribution by the name of Gauss, the person who first studied it. Second is it is also called bell-shaped curve because it is in the shape of the bell. It is used for for continuous variables, and this is the function given here, which is a complex function which you don't have to remember. Just to for your reference, I have written it here, but we'll use the table for normal distribution to do the calculations. And the curve goes from minus infinity to plus infinity, and where it is a biparametric distribution, which means it is defined by two parameters. One is mean and one is standard deviation, and it is symmetric about its mean. That means 50% of the readings are below the mean and 50% of the readings are above the mean. Now what happens is these terms will be more clear when we'll do the numerical problems. The question, as we all know, mean and standard deviation of different population, different samples, whatever questions will do, it will be different. So first we have to convert the normal distribution to standard normal distribution, which has mean 0 and standard deviation 1, which is also called Z distribution. So we'll use the Z table in these questions, or normal distribution tables in these questions. And first we have to linearly transform the data from normal to standard normal. For this we have to calculate this variable Z, which is given as U in this book by Leaf, which is equal to x minus mu upon sigma. And that means we have to subtract mean and divide by standard deviation, and we'll convert x to Z, and then from the tables we'll measure this alpha, that is probability of occurrence of that particular event. This is the graph for normal distribution. As we can see that 60, you have to remember these three numbers, that is 68% of the entries lies between plus minus 1 sigma, mean plus minus 1 sigma. 95% of the entries lies between mean plus minus 2 sigma, and 99.7% of the entries lies between mean plus minus 3 sigma for a normal distribution. Second distribution which we'll cover is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution is we have studied in class 12th. It is also a biparametric distribution, number one, which is defined by two things, that is n, total number of independent trials, and p, that is probability of success. It is a discrete probability distribution, and the formula for probability for R successes I have written here: n factorial NCR p to power r q to power n minus r. You must have done in the class 12th. That is n factorial upon r factorial n minus r factorial p to the power r q to the power n minus r. You will also have to remember this formula. Mean for a binomial distribution is equal to NP, and standard deviation is root NPQ. Now the next distribution which we'll do is Poisson distribution, and Poisson distribution is an extension of binomial distribution, and it is a discrete probability distribution, and it is uniparametric, only defined by mean when n approaches to infinity and probability of success approaches to 0. Then binomial distribution approaches to Poisson's distribution, and formula for R successes is equal to e to power minus m into m to power r upon r factorial. And the last distribution is geometric distribution, in which this is also a discrete variable distribution. It is also an extension of binomial distribution only, and in this case we calculate the probability that first success will occur at rth trial. Probability of x is equal to r, that means probability of that first success occur at rth trial is equal to p into q to the power r minus 1. That means r minus 1 failures and one success, one last success. In this case, mean is equal to 1 upon p, and sigma is equal to root q upon p. So we'll do the problems related to this, then it will be more clear to all of you. So okay, so we'll start with one example of normal distribution. The chest girth of a large sample of men were measured, and the mean and standard deviation of the measurements are given. The mean is 96 centimeter and standard deviation is 8 centimeter, and we have it is required to estimate the proportion of men in the population with chest girth greater than 104 centimeter. So there are 4 parts of this question. So first we'll do the first one, that is greater than 104 centimeter. In the questions related to normal distribution, you should always first draw this bell-shaped curve, and then we'll decide what we have to do. As we can see here that greater than 104, so 104 is a line which comes on the right portion because it is, this number is greater than mean is equal to 96, and we have to calculate this proportion, shaded portion here. So first we have to convert the normal distribution into standard normal distribution, which is done by linear transformation x minus mu upon sigma. So first is 96 minus 104 upon sigma is 8. So we'll calculate the value of u or z, and then from this value we'll see the alpha from the table given in the leaf for normal distribution, z distribution table we'll see, and we'll calculate this value of alpha, that is area under the curve in this shaded portion. Similarly, we can do the other 3 parts of this question of normal distribution. You can study. Now the next is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution, this is one example, simple example. What is the probability of 2 heads in 6 coin tosses? So here n is 6. We are tossing the coin for 6 times, and probability of 2 heads. Okay, so this is the formula NCR, that is n factorial upon r factorial and n minus r factorial. Probability of success is p, that is 0.5, and probability of success of that is probability of head is 0.5, and probability of tail is also 0.5. So we'll calculate the probability like this. Now the third example we'll study is the example of a Poisson distribution. A large urban hospital has on average 80 emergency departments admits every Monday. What is the probability that there will be more than 100 emergency admissions on a particular day? So in this we'll use that formula, e to power minus m into m to power r upon r factorial, and we'll get this answer. You may calculate and we'll discuss the solutions in next class. Next is geometric distribution. Now, what is the probability that first defective occurs in the fifth item inspected? So for first defective occurs in the fifth item, first four items are will multiply the probability of failure, and then for fifth item we'll multiply the probability of success. So probability of success in this case is 0.03 and probability of failure is 1 minus 0.03. So probability of getting first defective at fifth item, it is equal to 0.97 to the power 4 into 0.03. So like this we can solve different problems. I'll share different problems and we'll do all the examples of chapter 5 as well as the exercise questions also we'll discuss. Okay, thank you for today.